So back when I was a Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences student, I went to work at a CHIPOTLE MESA temporarily as a work attempt. I was still fighting my Social Security disability claim, but it was a work attempt. I tried working for CHIPOTLE. The problem was that I was experiencing a lot of pain, mental health problems, this, that, and the other thing. And I told them that I needed accommodations like days off, stuff like that. I was having health issues, this, that, and the other thing. My employer decided to fire me because of my disability and because I was trans. That's it. That's the end of the story. That's really what happened. My manager, Pete, he was a Trump supporter. He was a transphobic Trump supporter. He was ableist. He said that when I was hired, they said that they would give me like accommodations, like they'd be able to accommodate my disability in certain ways, that I could still do the job as long as I was able to, be accommodated in certain ways. And so that's the agreement on which that I went into the job, knowing that I was, like a trans person working for CHIPOTLE. Maybe like one of the managers was a little conservative, but I thought I could still work there. And then it turns out that they were going to use my disability and my transgender status in order to get me fired. So that way I was no longer able to work at the CHIPOTLE. So the CHIPOTLE fired me for being disabled and for being trans. That was Pete's doing. He also fired another one of my coworkers for the same kind of reasons, absences related to being trans and disabled. It was kind of funny. There was like a trans man who was working there, and he was experiencing different problems, and he called in and he got fired too. And I think it was because we were both trans. I'm disabled. I don't know if he was, but yeah, that's about it really. That person's name was Scott. My name is Scarlett. I was fired from a CHIPOTLE. Yeah, so it's a CHIPOTLE in Mesa, Arizona. Where Holmes Avenue is, kind of like near like the border between like Mesa and Gilbert. Right there's a CHIPOTLE. It's kind of like managed by this person named Pete. Yeah, he's a transphobe and he's ableist. And so I was never able to sue CHIPOTLE over the fact that they fired me, because in Arizona it's harder to fight a discrimination claim if you're transgender and they discriminate you for being trans. And because I'm not on Social Security disability, the ADA violations that they committed, the ADA, I'm not sure if it protects people regardless of whether or not they're on disability, like SSDI or not, but they fired me regardless of my disability status, and regardless of my trans status. CHIPOTLE did, and it was a specific CHIPOTLE. So what that CHIPOTLE did, that specific CHIPOTLE, may not be in line with the overall corporate mission and corporate values of CHIPOTLE. So it was a really horrible experience. If anything, I live in California now, and I tried reapplying to a CHIPOTLE when I was in California so I could try to make another work attempt, but they denied my application. They respectfully declined, and I think it's because of the situation with the Arizona CHIPOTLE. So it's just more discrimination and more ableism as far as I'm concerned. I may need to talk to some kind of employment lawyer or something like that, somebody who can see if this is a actual claim worth fighting over, because when they handled my case here, I don't know, that CHIPOTLE just kind of did me wrong. Yeah, I don't know. That's about it. That's my story. I'm exposing the CHIPOTLE that fired me for being trans and disabled. Here, I'll show you their address.